Oh, Francis is lovely. What a lovely introduction. We've never fucking met before. That's nice. Let's go. Hi. Hello. Hi. Are you doing all right? It's nice. I've just come down from Scotland. Do we have any Scottish people in? Fucking hell, who's built the wall already? What's happened? No, whereabouts in Scotland are you from? Oh, they've forgotten. No, that's fine. I feel like I'm on an escape route. It's great. It's fucking lovely to be away. I've just moved house, and well, what I did was I signed a petition for these houses not to be built, and they built them anyway. And I thought they're quite nice, so I've moved in. I was up in arms. I was like, you can't fucking build houses there. Fuck no. Oh, lovely, bloody lovely. So we got the keys last week, we were moving all week, I've just fucking abandoned them all up there, it's great. Although just before I left, I was cleaning out a cupboard and I found presents I bought the kids for Christmas. I can do it every year, I buy presents about October time, wrap them, stash them, going, oh fucking they'll never find them here, I won't fucking find them here. Oh, fucking annoying, the kids would have loved a puppy, fuck. Irritating. Oh. I've got 4 kids. Where are the parents in the room? Give me a cheer. It's tough, innit? It's fucking hard. I've got 4. Jeez, because I don't know how to say no. And I do think having kids is a bit like drinking. You know when you have one too many? Do you know what I mean? I should have stopped at 3. Kids, obviously, not drinks. I'm not fucking lightweight, but honestly. I can't be doing. I like the eldest because he's left home. I fucking love him. And then the middle 2, I've got a 22-year-old. She's growing on me. I quite like her. I think she's shaping up quite nice. She was in a nightclub in Edinburgh a few weeks ago called The Hive. So, it's a Hive till 5. Ooh, Hive till 5. Shuts at 3. Is that my kids ringing, or do you want to shut your phone off? No. So she couldn't get a taxi, she tried to phone a taxi, she couldn't get a taxi, so she phoned me. Now, I'd already had 4 pints, but apparently you're meant to do anything for your kids. So I went to get her, picked her up. Honestly, she was so pissed and I was so proud. I was like, that's my girl. And we're driving home. Not a consonant, not a vowel, fuck all coming out of her mouth, apart from a noise, just like... all the way until just before we got to our house, and then she piped up, it's left here. I beg your pardon? It's left here. I'm like, fuck, are you so drunk? You think you phoned the taxi? And you think the taxi's come? That's genuinely how pissed she was. She thought I was the fucking taxi. So I took 40 quid off her. 3 times what it cost to get to my house, stupid bitch. And then my youngest, I've got my eldest daughter doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't take drugs. Talk about rebelling. And then my youngest, I've got a 14-year-old daughter called Finn. I wanted a boy, fuck her. I've changed her name now to Finn Laden because she needs shooting. Oh, you haven't fucking met her. Shut up, honestly. She's such a gobby little shit, right? And I found out she's got a boyfriend. Well, I say found out. I hacked into her Facebook Messenger. That's what you could do. If you've got kids, right, you've got to seriously be all over the social media. That's how, like I say, my son's left home, so I keep up with him on Facebook. Facebook's great for that. He doesn't know I'm on Facebook. He thinks I'm 19 and called Lucy. On Twitter, I'm called Mike. I'm 21 and I'm in a band. Oh. My kids think I don't know anything. I know everything. All over it. And I'm reading her messenger. And you know when you're reading something, but you shouldn't be reading it, but you keep reading it anyway. Like the Bible. So I'm reading her messenger, right? So she's got this boyfriend. She's chatting to her little pal Lily. She's got this boyfriend. She's kissed him. So I'm like, right, okay, keep reading. She's kissed him with tongues. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And you know what? She is my youngest, and I'm just like 14, kissing her boyfriend with tongues. I'm like, when I was 14, I was getting fingered by the bus shelter. Oh, look at your face like you've never been fingered. Fuck off. It was the 70s, could have been a lot worse, could have been getting fingered by Jimmy Sutherland, you know. Oh, you are fucking sensitive, that's interesting. I always know how old my jokes are because Finn Laden's actually 16 now, and she's not a little pain in the arse because she's lost her virginity and she's so much nicer now. So don't tell her I told you that. That's fucking great. So I'm married. We're all the married people? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm married for the second time because obviously 4 kids can't all have the same father. Go fishing in a different gene pool because you get bored. Actually, I divorced my ex-husband on the grounds of mental cruelty because he gave me not 1, not 2, but 3 red-headed children. Oh. I know, 3 gingers, what the fuck are you meant to do with that? All my friends suggested L'Oreal hair dye. I went, fuck off, they're not worth it. Oh, that's not true. I divorced him because he was an alcoholic wife beater, but that never gets a laugh. Oh, but it does here. I fucking love you. I knew I'd love you. That's fucking great. I didn't know I was marrying an alcoholic wife beater. It's not like I walked down the aisle to the theme tune from Rocky. Although that'd be good, wouldn't it? Predictive wedding marches. Fucking tell you know what you're getting into. It's great. I was always one of those women who said if a man ever hit me, I'd be straight out the door. And I was straight out the door and head first in a set of stairs. Oh, now it's getting tense. Fuck off. Fuck off. Wasn't you getting punched in the face for no reason? Well, I say no reason. I left the spoon in the cat food tin, so clearly I was asking for it. Oh, it's fine. He's dead now. I will. He's not, but I'm taking pills called Champix where you can fucking kill people and get away with it because it's a drug and you're like, fuck it. It'll be fine. Although my fucking second husband, he's on a sugary peg, I'll tell you that for nothing. Honestly, what a dick, right? I had a conversation with him about long-term contraception because I've got 4 kids, I don't want any more. And then he said out loud, in a sentence, to my face, that we didn't need to bother with contraception because apparently I've got a dressing gown that does the trick. What a cunt! Actually, he's not a cunt. He's not a cunt. That's me. He's not deep enough or warm enough to be a cunt. And it's sorted now anyway, right? Because he had a vasectomy. He had a vasectomy and it didn't fucking hurt. I'm fucking so angry. I was livid. I was like, it didn't hurt. I was furious and surprised because it's the first one I've done. My bread knife's ruined. Get another one from the Clean Easy catalogue. We're all good. I'm getting older now. Where's the demographic of the age in here? Give me a cheer if you're under 50. Over 50? Oh, fucking UKIP, there's a surprise. I'm getting grumpy. I genuinely, I think it's literally on my 50th birthday, on my actual birthday, I got a card in the post inviting me to a bowel cancer screening test. And I'm like, what a shit card to get on your birthday. Like literally a shit card that you have to shit on. And then send it to somebody in Dundee, which, I mean, as if living in Dundee wasn't fucking hard enough. Somebody sending shit to you in the post. Then you've got to stick your tit in a mangle. You're like, fucking hell. All I've got to look forward to now is the menopause. Way! I went to the doctor actually because I thought I was mental, right? Turns out I'm menopausal. I know. Who knew there was a difference? And then the doctor said, I didn't know this. Apparently it's genetic. How you go through the menopause is how your mother went through the menopause. So I was like, all right, okay. So do you remember how your mother went through the menopause? I went, oh, fuck yeah. Oh yeah, she was 53, had a nervous breakdown and ended up in a loony bin. And then the doctor said, oh, it's all very different now, dear. We don't call them loony bins. So, that's good, isn't it? 3 weeks in a fucking travel lodge for me. It's exciting. So, and I get grumpy. I'm on Facebook a lot. Are people still using Facebook? Yeah, it's a bit oversharey now though, isn't it? It's kind of a little bit, people go, oh, there was a friend of mine a few weeks ago, she put up, she was traumatised because she did an abortion 30 years ago, and I was like, fucking, I'm traumatised because I didn't, but I'm not putting on Facebook. It's a bit fucking far, isn't it? At least we both had the choice, am I right, Northern Ireland? It is though, it's a bit oversharing. And then I kind of thought, I gave it a bash actually at my birthday last year. I was like, you know, oh, thank you for all my birthday. You know, you do the whole thing when you get your birthday messages, like, happy birthday, happy birthday. I don't even look who they're from, I just count them. Just to see how popular I am. 56, 57, 58, blah. Then you wait all day and you go, thank you for all my birthday messages. And then lastminute.com, 100, 607, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. So I did it last year. I was like, thank you for all my birthday messages. A little bit bittersweet this year because it marks the year that my mum has been dead longer than I knew her. So 240 likes, more than I got for my birthday. Just saying. But then now I kind of get why people are oversharing, because it's fucking lovely, isn't it? You get all these love hearts and oh babes, direct messages. Somebody genuinely came to my house and gave me flowers. I was like, that is cute as fuck. Do it. A little bit awkward when my mum put a question mark, but no sense of humour. Oh, I'm kidding. She's dead. It's a funny job. It's weird. I love doing it. I've just come back. I was we gig all over the place. I was in Austria. I was in the Middle East actually. I was in the Middle East, right, doing some gigs. I got propositioned in a lift. I know. I was in Abu Dhabi, right? I got into the lift and this guy said, oh, what floor are you? I said, I'm floor 4, thanks very much. And he said, where are you from? I said, Scotland. He said, vacation. I said, no, work. And he went, good. What's your room number? Like, not that kind of working. Honestly, he thought I was a prostitute, right? And then I got all flustered because I had no idea what to charge. Exchange rate and everything is tricky, do you know what I mean? Mathematical arithmetic. Turns out I'm worth a bob or two. So, I know that's not very #me too, but fuck it, I'm in my 50s. You take it where you can get it, you know what I mean? In your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you're batting them away. By the time you get to your 50s, you're like, fucking harass me! Jesus, these are my tits! No, I'm kidding, don't harass me. I'm looking at you. There's still plenty of men out there who think harass is 2 words. Yes, good. You feel like you're getting picked on. Fuck off.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Is that a 10-second rule? What's 10 seconds? Oh, right, okay, yeah. No, it doesn't surprise me. You're thick as fuck. It's fine. I don't know how people voted. I don't know how people are feeling. We should have left by now. I don't know. I was a Remainer. I do feel Brexit has turned into an actual joke now. Like, just a joke. An Englishman, a Scotsman, and an Irishman walk into a pub. The Englishman decides to leave, so we've all got to fuck off. Scotland. I was a big independence. I was the Scottish people. Oh, I'm gonna lose you now. I'm gonna fucking lose you now. I was proper like Scottish independence. We became very political in Scotland actually over the referendum, and it was an incredible time. It fucking awakened everybody. It was great, and people in bars, restaurants, bus stops. The day before the Scottish independence referendum, I was standing at a bus stop, and I was like, I was chatting to this woman. I was like, "What are you voting? What's you voting?" She was like, "Oh, I don't know, dear." I'm like, "It's the day before the referendum. Make a fucking decision, right?" And so, "Oh, I don't know." So I spent the entire bus journey. By the end of it, completely converted her to Islam. The way forward, isn't it? It was great. But I love doing this job. I get quite often as a comic, because we talk about you as audiences when you're not here, because we have some fucking weird gigs, honestly. And I see some odd things. I was doing a gig in a prison in Scotland just before Christmas, and it was to women. There was about 80 women, and I was just chatting away, and I was like, blah blah blah. I said, "Oh, when you just want to kill your husband." Oh fuck. And that way that my brain doesn't catch up with my mind. So as soon as I said it, he was like, "Oh, when you just want to kill your husband." Then I went, "Oh yeah, of course you do." And thank fuck they laughed, unlike you. And I was talking to another comic, because we kind of do gigs like that in prisons and stuff. And I was talking to another comic, and he'd done a gig in Barlinnie, which is the big prison in Glasgow, to the lifers. And I said to him, "Oh fuck it," and he was like, "Oh, that's nothing. I did a gig to the lifers, and halfway through my set, someone asked to go back to their cell." How shit a gig are you having? If someone would rather see out the rest of their life sentence than listen to another fucking word. Oh, fucking brilliant. But it is a great job. I get asked lots of questions. One of the questions I get asked a lot is how do you get into comedy? And genuinely, I got into comedy. Genuinely, I had a brain hemorrhage, right? Spoiler alert, I survived. Although sometimes I fucking wonder, honestly. I kind of look and go, is this eternity? Just a fucking room with strangers talking for the rest of eternity? I did. So at that time, I was a single parent on income support with 3 kids, having just got divorced, had my house repossessed and on the verge of bankruptcy, and I thought, fuck it, comedy, because you've got to laugh. Do you know what I mean? I think people forget to laugh. It doesn't matter how much shit happens to you. Because I was like properly in debt, the kind of debt where they phone you at home, ask for it back. They're called debt collectors. Don't know if you've ever had one in your life, but you always know when you got a debt collector on the phone, because they always start with the same opening line, which is, for security reasons, could you confirm the first line of your address? No. I owe you money, I'm not telling you where I live now, fuck off. And what happens, top tip, right? If you don't pay your council tax for 11 and a half years, Edinburgh Council get really pissed off. And they make you bankrupt, but you still have to pay back your council tax. I've been paying back £70 a month for the last 11 years. I'm nearly fucking done. I've had a longer relationship with my debt collector than I did with my first husband. So he comes to my house every month. I give him £70. He lives in Dunfermline. He's called Mark, got 3 kids. Until about 6 months ago, I was doing a gig at Dunfermline Golf Club, and I walked in and I saw Mark, and Mark saw me. He went, "What are you doing here?" I went, "I'm the comedian." He went, "Do not tell anybody I'm a debt collector." Fuck, you're less popular than ISIS. I swear to God, I don't think anybody knew. I don't even think his wife knew. I swear to God, right? Honestly, I don't. Because he introduced me to his wife, right? And she looked me up and down in that judgy way that us women do. That kind of, what the fuck are you wearing? I wouldn't wear that. What have you done with your hair? We need to stop that, sisters, right? That's the difference between men and women. When a man looks you up and down, his thoughts are usually positive. Fucking women were awful to each other. So she looked me up and down. She went, "How do you know Mark?" I thought, fuck. I don't want to say he comes to my house every month and I give him money. So I just said I'd shagged him. That's fine. It is, but I think you do need to find comedy. And that's genuinely what I love about this night, is because it does seem to be like fucking, you can't laugh at anything anymore. I think that whole thing of tragedy plus time equals comedy, sometimes there's no fucking time passed at all. Do you remember the Space Challenger fucking shuttle thing that blew up mid-air? Before the debris had even landed, people were going, "What does NASA stand for? Need another 7 astronauts." Fucking hilarious. It's a fucking great gag. Fucking hell, I'm sure people were offended, but no one was losing their fucking jobs, were they? And that's what's happening now. It's like people seem to get really upset about all these kind of things. And I think genuinely, and I'm going to do a little plug because I'm doing a show. If anybody comes to the Edinburgh Festival, I'm doing a show called Riches to Rags. Thanks. Which is talking about that, because something happened, but you have to come and see the show to find out what happened. But it is, I mean, basically, the law is black and white, and there's so much emotion. There's no emotion in law, but the laws are getting changed because of the demands of emotional people, and you need to be really fucking careful, because without realising it, people are going to prison right now for pranks. Trust me, I know. That's what the show's about. So yeah, we need to laugh. We need to laugh, and that's it, because we do. And one of the things, and I'm going to tell you a quite harrowing story before I go. It's not harrowing. It's how we cope. I think this is how we should laugh, because fucking shit happens. Shit happens to all of us. None of us are exempt. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I had a brain hemorrhage. But when I was in my teens, my best friend drowned. When I was in my 20s, my best friend at that time was killed in a motorcycle accident. And in my 30s, my best friend hung herself, which I know we really should have picked more reliable friends. But I mean, honestly, at one point I thought I was the fucking Grim Reaper. I was like, really, I wouldn't be friends with me if I were you. Really fucking steady on. And the thing was, obviously, when Chris died, I was fucking devastated. I spent a week with her sister, racking our brains, just going, fuck, what, we have done something different? Was there something I said? Why didn't we notice the signs? We drank, we smoked for a week. And every single emotion we went through. And on day 6, her sister said to me, whilst we were still drinking wine and smoking cigarettes, she just kind of pensively looked at me and went, where do you think she learned to tie knots? I swear I've never laughed so hard in all my life. I have never fucking laughed so much in all my life. It was the tension that we fucking needed releasing, and it was just brilliant. And sometimes now when I'm really sad, I'm really stressed or fucked off, I go, where did she learn to fucking tie knots? So it wasn't YouTube videos then, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's fucking brilliant. So we need to go over ourselves. We fucking have to laugh at shit. It's all good. And I'll tell you about my brain hemorrhage before I go, because it's my favourite story. I do love a brain hemorrhage. I do love a good brain hemorrhage story. Isn't it fucking great? Now, I didn't know I was having a brain hemorrhage. I thought somebody dropped a head in my house, and then I realised that was probably improbable. And they took me, I was sick, so they took me to hospital. That's always quite good if you're not feeling well. And they put me in a CAT scan. Well, they asked me questions. Top tip, if you want to get a CAT scan really quick, tell them you've got a metallic taste in your mouth, because that seems to be the code word. So they fucking whizzed me into the CAT scan. They put me in the CAT scan was negative. The doctor took me out the CAT scan and said 10% of CAT scans can be negative. Who knew? Every day's fucking school day. So she said 10% of CAT scans can be negative, so we're going to give you not one, but 2 lumbar punctures, because we're going to use a student for the first one and he's going to fuck it up. So they gave me 2 lumbar punctures, they found blood in my spinal column, they took me off to the Western General, they put me on what I can only describe as a mortuary slab. And then a woman, I was on this mortuary, and then a woman, I remember I've had a brain hemorrhage. It's been proven, they found blood, I've had a brain hemorrhage, right? There's no question, I've had a fucking brain hemorrhage. So when a woman starts to shave my fanny, what the fuck are you doing? I've had a brain hemorrhage. Why are you shaving my fanny? Apparently, so you can have an angiogram so they can inject dye into your brain, but no one fucking told me that! So there's a woman who's shaving my fanny who then says, is your name JoJo? Apparently we'd been at the same wedding the weekend before and she'd recognised me. The only problem with that I have is I'm not entirely sure she was looking at my face at the time. I think she recognised me from my minge. Now I remember that being a good wedding, but I don't remember it being that fucking good. You've been absolutely adorable. I'm going to go before my pelvic floor does. Thank you. Good night.